Hey guys, it is Alex from the Nerd Geek Network here, and today I am doing a video that first I should mention that I do not think they should do this ever, or at least not for a long time, because, we're currently still in the middle of the franchise now, but this is all a hypothetical, so yes, we are recasting the original Scream movie from 1996. So today we will be casting Sydney, Gail, Dewey, Randy, Tatum, Billy, and Stu. So yes. One thing I should mention is that I tried not to pick actors who have already been in the Scream franchise, so no Jenna Ortega as Sydney or anything, so yeah, none of that. So yeah, no Mason Gooding as Dewey. So yeah. But what I have come with is some actors who are I've picked a lot of actors who have been in the horror genre before. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, though, guys, let's get into this. Our first person to cast is Sydney Prescott. Now she has to be like this main character. She has to be stressed through the whole movie, she has to be able to pull that off, but she also has to be a badass, So that is why I picked Emilia Jones from the show on Netflix, Lock and Key. She shows in this show that as the character Kinsey, she can play a total badass. She plays the role perfectly, and I think she could really play Sydney as well. She is, she's also been in a movie that won Best Picture at the Oscars, so there's that, but she would be a great Sydney, though. Next up, we have Gale Weathers. Now, Gale was a slightly harder one for me to cast, but I ended up Actually, let's talk about the character first. She has to be, a little stuck up in the first film. She doesn't really care about really helping Cotton Weary as much as she just does getting famous through her book and stuff like that. She doesn't really want to help solve the murders in the first one, but rather just help her image, So I came up with the perfect actor based on that, and that is Allison Williams, who played Gemma in Megan. And oh my god, watching Megan, I just felt Gale Weathers there, She acted like Gale Weathers would, She was really, truly more concerned about her job throughout the whole thing for a while than she was her niece, But she came around towards the end. But, So yeah. But anyway, next up as Dewey, he has to be goofy but also serious at the same time, And I tried to look for that. I landed on someone who's done more serious, but I think could also do goofy pretty well. And that is Brenton Thwaites, who plays Dick Grayson in Titans. Now, Brenton Thwaites, he's a really good actor. If you've seen him in Titans, you could probably see why I picked him for Dewey. But yeah, I just think he'd be an excellent Dewey. And next up, we come to Randy, and this pick might upset people, and you know what I say? I don't really give a crap if it upsets you, because let's face it, the first Scream movie needed a little more diversity than it had. So, the actor I have picked for Randy needs to be goofy and absolutely insane, and I picked Justice Smith, who played Tim in Detective Pikachu and recently Simon in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. And he would be the perfect Randy. If you've seen him in either of those movies, you would know he plays that nerdy character really well. So yeah, that is why I picked Justice Smith as Randy. But yeah, I think he'd do an excellent job in that role. Next up, we have Tatum, the younger sister of Dewey and the best friend of Sydney. And I ended up, well, let's see. Tatum, sorry, not Sydney, Tatum. She has to have this carefree attitude, you know? And I picked Emily Olin Lind from the Babysitter movies on Netflix. If you've seen her in those, she has this carefree attitude and this, but she can also be a good red herring throughout the film if we wanted to, because she plays the killer in the Babysitter movies. But yeah, yeah. So, next up though, we come to our two killers, Billy Loomis and Stu Macher. For Billy Loomis, I went with Tanner Buchanan from Cobra Kai. He really shows his acting in that show. I feel like season 4 really shows how he can play a little, you know, like crazy, you know. I really think that Tanner Buchanan would be the perfect Billy Loomis. He also has the right look for the role. So yeah. Now for Stu Macher, on the other hand, I have gone with Fred Hetchinger from the Fear Street movies on Netflix, which I'm realizing a lot of my picks are from Netflix things, but you know what? I don't really care. So yeah. Fred Hetchinger in the Fear... He even replicates one of Stu's moments in the first Fear Street movie. So, yeah. But this guy, he's goofy. He can play that silly role, but also I think he could also play the psychotic Stu Macher, you know? But, yeah. Anyway, guys, as I'm saying, though, I do not think they should remake Scream anytime soon. I think that would just be wrong to do it anytime in the near future. But if they did, this is who I'd cast for the first one. Let me know if I should continue by casting Scream 2 in the next one. And just as a little bonus casting for the end of the episode, I would cast Grace Van Dyne, who played Chrissy in Stranger Things Season 4, as Casey Becker. So, yeah, but let me know who you guys would cast. Let me know if I should continue and do Scream 2 for another video. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.